I mean, there's no way, if you like lyrics and you contemplate life and you contemplate death and you contemplate people and the nature of things and meaning and all that, there's no way you wouldn't just have been spellbound by this. So hey guys, welcome to the channel. I'm Don. This is going to be fun. I know it because I've done maybe 5 reactions to Jamie Lynn, and every single one of them was above a 9. One of them was even a 10. One was a 9.5. And she might have the highest average rating of any artist on the channel. So it was time for me to revisit something. So Selena Hayes made a request of Jamie Lynn's song Death and Life. And the title like that, given that my primary occupation is a life coach, it's, oh, of course I have to do this one, because if you're going to have a good life, on some level, it helps to understand death, and because they go hand in hand. But anyway, and in fact, the end of this video, I put a trailer on there. If you want to get in touch with me to do one-on-one conversations about life, whether you're going through a tough situation, whether it's a divorce or you're just trying to find meaning or soul searching or whatever it may be, there's information on the back end of this thing. But I'm looking forward to seeing what Jamie Lynn's got. Jamie Lynn was a sweetheart. She commented on the Facebook page to one of my reactions, and given who she is as an artist, I'm always moved when an artist takes time to acknowledge a reaction that I've done or comment and interact with people on the channel. I absolutely love that part of this. So, death and life. Interesting. Not life and death, but death and life.
Got her legs crossed at her ankles and her purse down by her feet. She takes a look around and wonders how this came to be. The boy that's there beside her, spitting image of the man who carried all the weight and built this house with his 2 hands. In 40 some odd years, she never had to sleep alone. It's been 3 years in November, she still ain't bought a stone. Said I used to be a lover, but I still feel like a wife. That's the way that it goes in the game of death and life.
Jesus.
The father always tries to treat a boy just like a man, and he saw his had a way to work through life with his 2 hands. He knew that he was dying, but before his days were done, after he said all his goodbyes, he asked one more thing of his son. Well, his old man died in April, and he went to build a box. Every nail and every board was a tear that never dropped. Then he had a baby boy born on the same day as his dad, so he took his name to give him. It's the best thing that he had.
All right, I gotta pause. She did it again. I mean, she did it again from the very beginning, but the lyricism, I don't know. Some people are just in another space. Like when I read Anne Lamott, for example, like she reminds me of Anne Lamott and her powers of observation and the nuances of life and to connect it to like reality, not just these ethereal ideas, these very practical, and they're based on observation. But some people just have not only 1 extra gear, but like 5 extra gears. And that's Jamie Lynn.
Souls they move in circles as the generations pass, and the old ones hold the young as though the time will never last. And the dusk leads to the dawning as the darkness brings us light. That's the way that it goes in the game of death and life.
Yep.
They're reading all the names on all the cemetery plots, soaking up the sun and wondering how it feels to die. That's the way that it goes in the game of death and life. Souls, they move in circles as the generations pass, and the young ones hold the old like it's the only thing they have. The dusk leads to the dawning as the darkness brings us light. That's the way that it goes in the game of death and life. That's the way that it goes. That's the way that it goes.
She's so purposeful. When she strums or picks or sings, even when she starts a line, it's very purposeful. There's nothing wasted when she sings anything. There's nothing to fill anything. There's a purpose to every line, every part, every piece. And I just marvel at that. I'm going to look up a quote. I'm going to take a moment to look up a quote here because I want to find out who said it, but it ties directly into this. I just looked it up. I've got a whole folder. There's about 300 pages of quotes I've collected over the years. And it was Robert Frost, and he said this. He said, "In 3 words, I can sum up everything I've learned about life. It goes on." And it's like, wow. I mean, whether I'm here or not, life goes on. Trees will keep growing. People will keep giving birth. Animals, the whole thing. But the way the title itself said a lot. The way it wasn't the normal, I guess, colloquialism or the way in which we talk about life and death. The title was Death and Life. And it's like, yeah, okay, so that's the continuation of it. You've got life, then someone dies, but there's life that goes on after that, and then it keeps going. But darkness turns to light. That was consistent with the directionality of this, if you're the polarity of death to life, darkness to light. And the kids jumping over in the cemetery, and I can relate to that when I was younger. I didn't have an appreciation for it, though it was weird to know that, wait, there are people dead in all of these places. That's a lot. It gives you some kind of perspective. Difficult for a kid or an adult to wrap your mind around. Even now when I go to a cemetery, and I can contemplate these things a lot, just having been and being a philosopher, theologian. I like to think, I like to try to understand. I'm fine with questions. If there are any answers I settle on, great, but I like pondering these subjects. But Selena, that was a great request. It's basically anything Jamie Lynn does is a great request. Matt Gallardo turned me and the channel on to Jamie Lynn a while ago, and she never disappoints. So I'm going to rate this one because she hit the nail on the head again. I mean, there's no way, if you like lyrics and you contemplate life and you contemplate death, and you contemplate people and the nature of things and meaning and all that, there's no way you wouldn't just have been spellbound by this. So the number that popped into my head on this, rating Jamie Lynn against Jamie Lynn, was a 9.5. She just doesn't miss. I mean, there are very few artists I could say that don't miss, but when you have the gears that she's got, this is what happens. So there you go, folks. Hope you enjoyed that. I'll see you on another video. Have a great day. Keep rocking the country, and stay tuned for the trailer if you're interested in one-on-one conversation with me and how to go about doing it. Have a great day. Hey, everyone. Since I'm a life coach, some folks have reached out to me on the channel and asked me how they can get in touch with me for personal coaching or life coaching, or how it even works, just to discuss life issues that they're having. Maybe it's a relationship issue. Maybe it's a career choice. Maybe it's trying to find meaning to life or soul searching. These sorts of considerations are what I address in my life coaching and personal coaching sessions. So if you'd like more information, you can email me. The information is in the description box below, either at rockinthecountry@gmail.com or my personal life coaching email, which is echelonpersonalcoaching@gmail. That's also in the description box below, as is the link to my website. Our conversations are via telephone and are confidential. And my fee is $95 per hour for those on the Rock and the Country channel, as well as those on my Thinking Theology channel. It's much higher when I do my executive business coaching. We'll leave it at that. But if you have special considerations, financial needs, I take those into consideration as well. And we can discuss that in our first conversation. So don't hesitate to reach out to me. I'm very approachable. I've been doing this for many years, regardless of context, whether it's divorce, whether it's theological, religious, spiritual concerns, whether it's children, relationship issues, whatever concern, finding meaning to life, whatever you're looking at, we can discuss things and I'll present ideas to you that may not have occurred to you that might ameliorate some of your concerns or angst or whatever it is that you're dealing with. So I look forward to hearing from you. This is a heck of a journey, this life. And if I can make that better for you, that's what I'm doing. So have a great day, and I look forward to hearing from you.